Howdy. Quick and dirty stream coming your way in a very, very short time. Hope you can all hear me. Welcome along. We got some new tech. It's in a box. We need to open the box. Boom, there we go. Let me just do that. Let me just tweak that down. How are you doing? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Yeah, definitely a different stream today. Let me just put my camera in the right place. That always helps, doesn't it? We got some new tech, which you can see kind of here. There it is. All the new tech in a box, which did turn up yesterday. However, I have not had a chance to unbox it. But I just thought I'd do a nice, quick and easy dirty, and I mean dirty because my spare camera is kind of here just hanging off my monitor and everything. I didn't have time to set it up properly, and I've got a lot of other stuff to do. So quick unboxing, which I'm sure you're all wondering what is in the box, but we shall have a look. And every time I vibrate on my desk, I'm making my camera wobble. But here is the box. Some of you might recognize the box. Some of you might know what these box contains. But I need to flip it over anyway, so do bear with me, because it's a big box. It's a heavy box. And I need to just put it that way around onto there. Now, there is a tab at this side. I've got it the right way up anyway, so I'm just going to undo this tab. Ben's like, I'm here. So I'm just going to undo the tab. Like I said, this is a dirty stream, because Ben was complaining. Mostly because he's got to go to work and he wants to see it. But yeah, as I undo things, I'm trying to keep the camera in the way, or in focus. There we go. And then down this right hand side, there's more. Let's see. I'm not entirely sure which way around this is supposed to go, to be honest. But we'll see. I might give you a hint what is in the box. There we go. Oh, yeah. I'll try to stop the ads if they do appear. Right, okay, so that's there. Just trying to work out how this actually does open. Okay, it opens that way. Okay, it opens that way. Jesus, I think I might need a bigger desk. Right, anyway, I'm trying to keep everything in focus because, like I said, this camera here is a little bit in an odd position, so I can't really show that, but I'm gonna flip it around, so it is going to be upside down for you temporarily. It's the only way I can get it into the camera shot. But if I just do that temporarily, but then hang on, I can actually probably swap this around to make it a little bit easier. Flip vertically. There we go. I can do it that way around. That makes it a little bit easier. Oh, it's back to front now, isn't it? It's just typical, isn't it? Let me just... hey! Everything's back to front. Everything's the wrong way around. Everything's the opposite around. So flip horizontal. There we go. This actually, I'm going to get a tape measure out just so you can see the keyboard. But yeah, this box itself is 18 inches, and that is just a box. Okay, so that is the outer casing, obviously. 18 inches there. So yeah, 18 inches across there. You can see that. Look at that. Yeah, see, I'm bringing tape measures to the party. 18 inches. The internal box is basically 400 millimeters, which we're talking like 15 3/4 inches for those in outside that. Indeed. Going to get a tape measure out. Now, obviously, this is the box within a box within a box within a box. So I'm just going to take this off the desk a minute just so I can get it out of the proper box. I've just worked out the easy way. Just worked out the easy way. Because apparently the sides fold down, hence the arrows. So anyway, that falls down. That allows you to lift that out of the way. So that is the offending object out of the way temporarily. In here, again, this is very quick and dirty. That's the cable, the 4 to 12 high power, which there we go. So we got the 4-pin to 12 high power, which I'm going to probably be using temporarily, even though I have got another one. Right, let's just put that back in there so I don't lose it, because I will lose it. And I'll be like, where have I put the power cable? Like I said, this is a bit quick and dirty because I had to rig up. Oh, there's a little NVIDIA quick start guide as well. We don't read them. Nobody reads them. Nobody reads them. Right, anyway. Just going to put that back into there. Let's just fold that. It's a great box, to be fair. I mean, it is a wonderful box. Let's get that one out of the way. So, let's bring in the main event, which is over here. I'm trying to get that lined up with the camera. So here it is. This is the Founders Edition of the RTX 5090. I was very, very lucky on Friday. I got a ping, I got a notification that these were available for sale. Went in, because it was direct through NVIDIA, but you get it through Scan. Scan are the only people here in the UK that have authorization to sell the Founders Edition, the NVIDIA edition, essentially. Luckily, I had my details already saved for Scan, went through. First payment failed, ironically. And then the second one went through. And then it got delivered yesterday, and you were like, geez, guys, why didn't you actually go out and, play the thing yesterday? I was doing benchmarks. I was doing testing on my 3080 Ti so that I could then benchmark it against this when this arrived. And then, lo and behold, this is where we're up to now. So I know that slides out. I know that that one slides out. These kind of lock the packaging together. Here we are. And then underneath here, the pièce de résistance is going to be the 5090. And there it is. Now, I'm intrigued with this because I don't think it's that much bigger than what I actually already have. And I've got the 3080 Ti. Now, I don't know the exact measurements, but I am going to double check on this. Ooh, that's metallic. Let's do it this way so you guys can see. So it literally is about 12 inches long. It's just near enough 1 foot long, including the bracket. So it's 1 foot long, and then yeah, it's just under 5 inches in depth. That doesn't look specifically much bigger than my 3080 Ti. Now the depth, I believe, may be slightly bigger. I'm just going to move this box out of the way. Going to bring that back in so that I don't scratch the bejesus out of it. So this is the width there. So the depth, just so I can read, it's very difficult, is like 40 mil. Yeah, so 1.5 inches. So it's a 2-slot card. It is a 2-slot card. similarly to, hope you can see that. Let me just see if I can turn it. There we go. Have a bit more brightness. So yeah, one HDMI, 3 display port connectors. Hefty, definitely hefty. I will give it that. I'll turn it around. I'm trying not to get too many hand fingerprints all over it because it's going to look great. So that is how it's going to look in my system. Now, I've got the 3080 Ti already, so it's very, very similar. Now, you might be saying, geez, what do you need a 5090 for? They're well expensive. Yes, they are expensive. I'm not going to lie. They are overly expensive. I would generally say that they're at least, on paper, £1,000 if you could get one at MSRP, more expensive than they should be. Definitely. I think NVIDIA know that. They've been price gouging. However, I've been very, very lucky to get hold of one. And I do use it for work. Doing video editing, streaming, recording. This is going to help me immensely. Is it worth the money? I don't think it's actually worth it because, like I say, I think the actual cost is inhibitive. I think it's really ridiculously expensive. Let me see if I can zoom my camera in a little bit further for you as well. Let's just see if we can zoom in a little bit. There we go. We'll see if that looks any better. But yeah, it's a little bit inhibitive. Is the price? It's the flow-through design as well, with the 2 fans underneath going through straight onto the other side. So if it sits in your PC, for me, obviously that is the connector that's going to be facing into the motherboard, and then it's kind of the wrong way around. You probably would see it that way around as such. Actually, it's because the camera's flipped. I'm trying to get. That is how it would be, but it's kind of reversed in your system. But you've got to imagine that that's how it's going to be plugged into your system. So you're going to kind of see this edge. Obviously, if you do it horizontal, if you have a vertical mount, then you're going to see the top of it. Where probably the most controversial thing about the whole thing, Hayden Keeps, is that connector. The 12-volt high-power connector, which I think they're kind of pushing the limits of what you can actually achieve with this now. Hayden Keeps, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Are we just in the morning? Yeah, we are, 11:30, 11:48. Yeah, the connector style is great, but yeah, as you said, I don't actually agree with the how it can go wrong. So I'm not saying that these things should come with a fire extinguisher, but I'm certainly going to be keeping an eye on it. One thing I will do, though, is I am going to be undervolting the card to lower the wattage. Now you'll be like, oh, what are you doing? Why don't you just go full balls to the wall? Well, the temperature difference and not pulling as many watts is minimal in terms of what you'll lose in performance. Some people have been undervolting, then overclocking. And you can do that in many ways. I'm certainly going to be testing it with MSI Afterburner, different fan curves as well, trying to get things to work nicely that way, which I'm hoping is, sorry, just while I do that, just tweaking the volume. I've got a new audio setup as well, which I'm still trying to get used to. So yeah, undervolting and a little bit of an overclock as well. So ready to when you start putting it all together today, this week. I will be putting this into my PC after I've done this stream. So I thought I'd do this dirty recording stream of a 5090 unboxing, and I've already put fingerprints all over it already. Sweaty palms. Ugh. But I have done the tests already. Let me see if I can bring that up, actually. Just bear with me. I will see if I can bring some of the results into boo. Right. Okay. Let's see if we can just bring that in to there. Come on. Let's just put that over there. See if we can do that. And let's see. Where was there? Okay, let's just see. No, that's not what we want. Turn that off. Spare catcher. Okay, we'll do that there. Actually, no, I don't want that, do I? I want... wow. Because I love doing this deep and dirty and quick, wasn't I? Window capture. That's what I wanted. Right, okay. Okay, there we go. So this is... that's what I want. This is the data that I'm kind of going to be doing already for that. Let me just bring that down. There we go. So you get that a little bit closer. Now this spreadsheet I've had for a little while. It's got some of the other data from my previous test. Now I've had to redo all the tests because even though I'm on, I tested my i90 or i9-9900K versus my 7800 XVD, they were all at 1440p. So you can see at the bottom there I have some 1440p results. However, I did actually have to test again yesterday all those that are on there now that you can see, which all the various results. Now, I think the most interesting one here is definitely that one. That was Cyberpunk at 4K with everything maxed, no DLSS, with ray tracing, path tracing, the whole thing on, and it literally would not complete the test. I got an average of 1 frame per second, but literally it took way too long. How you doing, Finbar? So I couldn't actually do anything with that. It was just phenomenally bad a result. So I literally was like, nah, not anymore, not doing that. So that one is going to be an out-and-out outlier for how terrible that is going to be. But a lot of the time, again, these are 4K. I kind of looked at them against 1440p. And yes, okay, the at times slower or, you know, lower in frame rate than 1440p, because when you go from 1440p up to 4K, there's a significant increase in pixels that you're throwing around. I can't remember, it's some ridiculous amount that you're going different widths and height. I can't remember. It's something like 70% more pixels or something stupid like that. So I am expecting to be a bit problematic. However, this is where the comparison directly is. I'm upgrading from the 3080 Ti to the 5090 Founders, and I want to see how it does compare. So once I get everything fitted in, I'm probably going to game on it today just to see how it performs, and then over the coming week, I'll do the bench tests, and then we shall even have some fancy schmancy, wonderful graphs as well. So, and then the synthetic results there as well. So you can see, obviously, the 3080 Ti's, the information has been pulled from the test sheet from there. So all these results, and their averages, by the way, just so that you're aware. These are all the games. These are the 3 runs that I did of each, just so that you don't do a one shot and that's it. I did 3 runs, and then they're the averages, and then that information is then pulled into here as a graph. So if that should change, like the average of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, if that for whatever reason changed, that was the average there, then that would change as well. But that's the way it's worked out. So yeah, I shall just get rid of that temporarily. Boink, there we go. So yeah, here we are, the 5090, the dodgiest connector kind of known to man, which we're gonna have to keep an eye on and see how it goes. And that's how it's going to sit into my PC. Obviously, that is going to be your bracket at the end. I will take a picture of them side by side as I swap them over, just to see the comparative. But I'll also check what it looks like in the system as well. So I'm going to take some photos, as I always do. Now, the tests that I was doing, they're nothing scientific. I don't want anyone to think, but you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm there as a normal gamer. So most normal gamers, when they get this kind of tech, would be just throwing it in and going, wow, frames. No, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be horizontal. So as you see this is what it would look like to you in the case. So yeah, I'm not having a vertical mount. It's horizontal. I can put a vertical mount in there, and there's probably very minimal difference, if at all, between vertical and horizontal. The only time that really comes into play is if you are very, very close to the edge of your case, because you then choke off the air supply. Now with these, because they're only, you know, I mean, It's a 5090, you know. It's kicking out some heat. So I'm going to be interested to see what the temperatures are, how noisy it is, if there's any squeal, coil whine, etc. One thing I don't think you can actually pick up on, maybe you can in certain lights if I kind of rock it back. When you look at these areas here and here, there's a slight dip, and that is intentional. They actually carve that out of the fins, and probably can see it better when I do it that way. They're literally, because of the vortices or something to do with the fans, there's the fin stack in the middle towards the center of the hub. there's just an ad, is there? Oh, I didn't see that because I had OBS hidden out of the way. Not OBS, the chat. Oops. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I can see it. Yeah, a break ends in 1 minute. Okay, yeah, I didn't see that. So yeah, there's fin stacks that are kind of cut away just to allow it to dissipate the heat better. It's it's an engineering marvel, really. It's an expensive one, a ridiculously priced one by any stretch of the imagination. However, it's also something that I kind of need. And would I recommend them overall? Probably not. No, and I think that's what most of the reviewers in the world have said as well, is that they wouldn't recommend them just because they're stupidly priced. Now, I did get this at MSRP, so this was actually at the proper price. Yeah, I mean the length of this is 1 foot, so it's 12 inches. If I put it the other way around, so that you can see it that way around. There you go. It is like 305 mil, 1 feet, 12 inches, whatever you want to call it. So it's not huge by any stretch. Okay, maybe it's quite. Yeah. So you got the other one. Yeah, you probably easy. Yeah, you probably would have a bit of a struggle there. So I'll have to compare exactly like for like, because I can't obviously take the graphics card out of my PC at the moment because I'm using it. But yeah, it looks very, very similar. If anything, it might be just a little bit thicker, a little bit. But I will double check and I'll compare the sizes. But yeah, I thought I'd just do a quick dirty little unboxing just to take a look at the new card that I've got. I've been very, very fortunate to get it. I did have another one on order. If this one fails, I've still got the other order inbound, but it's not due anytime soon. So and that's that is a non-Founders Edition card that I ordered, but I'm in a big long ass queue for that one to turn up. So yeah, there we go. A 3080 Ti upgrading to a 5090. Fingers crossed we will have some gameplay on it this afternoon. I do need to sort the cabling out because I've got to replace the cable that is at the back of my PC with this one, which is the new one that comes with the Founders Edition. I do have a PSU plug that came with a 12-volt high-power cable that came with my PSU. So we shall see, because obviously these are kind of splitting the rates, but they're all still going through the same pins in the end of there. But yeah, this is the connector that's much maligned and much talked about. You know, we'll have to see how that one pans out. But I think we should be good. I think we were Bane's back. So yeah, we've got to get this connected up. I may try directly with my other cable just to keep the cable count down. How many pins shall we make this new camera? Yes, exactly. Yeah, I mean the pins that are kind of in there. That is the amount there. 12, 6 are live, 6 are ground, if I remember correctly. I think that's how it works. And there on the top is the sensing pins. But this is the Direct NVIDIA one. These are obviously all the 8-pin PCI connectors that you connect to it just so that you've got enough juice. But like I say, my Be Quiet PSU does have its own 600 watt connector that I can use. In fact, I'll just see if I can grab it. Okay, so this is the one that I get with my Be Quiet. So a bit difficult to see because my camera's the other way around. There we go. 600 watts, and then we've got the 12 volt high power on that end as well. So you can see they're identical, and then we're just going to compare it to that one side by side, just so that we can see. This one is the NVIDIA one. This one is the Be Quiet PSU one. Now, the pins are probably the same size. This one, the NVIDIA one, just feels chunkier when we compare the two side by side. So I may go with the NVIDIA one, just to see. But we'll see. We'll have a. I like this one because literally this is one that came with the PSU, and it's only like one big cable, even though it's sleeved and there's obviously individual cables in there. And these on the NVIDIA one, you will notice that they're sleeved, but there's smaller cables as well, which are the Sense wires. Yeah, so they're the ones that go into the kind of top as well. But there's one on kind of each of that. Well, actually, then that side. Yeah, there's one Sense wire within kind of each bundle. Apart from that one that's got about 4. I think it is, yeah, it's 4 or 5. Yeah, 5 there. So yeah, there's more kind of cables on that, and that looks a little bit more spaghetti. Yeah, there's I mean, that is probably talking about 10 inches for that in length from cable end there. Now, obviously, that is an adapter. Okay, that one is the adapter, so you need to plug your own cables into there. So you've got 4 cables going into that, which is difficult in itself. And then this one, literally, it's 18 inches, maybe, something like that. And this connects directly to its own port on the PSU. So that's just going to go plug straight into the PSU, that end, and that's going to go straight into that graphics card slot, which is in there, like so. Well, that way up, and that way into there, like that. So I'll have to decide. I like this one because it's only one cable, so it won't look as messy. But then, is there more sense to using this one? That's the question. It'd be interesting to see. Ben says, "I need cable extenders to reach PSU." Yeah, yeah. I think that's the thing is whether you decide to use something like this, which comes with the power supply, or you go with a shorter one and then you having to use your existing cables. Back in PSU. Okay, no worries, Ben. Yeah, he's got to go to work. He's got to go keep the world safe. Look after yourself out there, Ben. Be good, be safe, and catch those bad people. And no giving any parking tickets. That's not allowed. So totally not jealous. Yeah, I know. I've been teasing Ben ever since this arrived, or I got the order on Friday. So yeah, it's all good stuff. All good stuff. But no, there we go. An RTX 5090. I'm not going to hang around much longer because I need to go do some stuff and get this put into the PC and have some fun with it this afternoon. We'll do some proper streams, I think. So yeah. Don't know what you mean. I do like tech. Whenever I can get an upgrade, PC upgrade especially, is my thing. Because I've got a new audio setup as well. Because the Go XLR, unfortunately, that I currently use, or currently used, the company is no longer basically I won't say existence, because they are still there, but eventually it's going to stop working. So I've actually gone almost more full Elgato. I've gone the Elgato Stream Deck Plus and the XLR dock at the back. So I've now changed to a completely different audio setup. So I've had to set everything up again, which is fun. So yeah, it's all been busy, new tech, new stuff. Like I say, we'll put this in. We'll do a new gameplay this afternoon. Same drivers, and then I'll start doing some benchmarks and tests, I think, possibly afterwards. And then I'll put the results up of that as well. So if you want to see how it compares, that's not the one I want. I want that one. That's me streaming into streaming. You can see that. we'll put some results in there, and then I'll do some graphs so everybody can see what the difference of a total 2-generational jump is. So that's going to be the interesting things, how much of a percentage change it is over that to that. So yeah, a brief stream. I'm going to go do some stuff, get things plugged in, because I've got to take things apart. Obviously, it's never easy, is it? And then we'll be back later on, hopefully. And then just for posterity, this is going to be up on YouTube. So if anybody wants to look at it, they can do, and just say, it's quite a weighty boy. Definitely, one thing I will say, it feels heavier than the 3080 Ti. So I might need a support bracket on that one, which will be fun. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to get out of here. I shall be back in a little while. Hope you can join me when we do some streaming this afternoon. But in the meantime, folks, take care. Be good. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.